so we're already related today, so I'm going to ask one time, but if there are any dealers here that are not members of the OIAD. All right. Anyone want to
I want to see what happens.
one guy did. First class, never says a nobody. Also at 3:30, just let you know they're going to be drawing for all prizes in the expo room, so got to be there when. So anyway, we got some members from Credit Acceptance here. They're going to tell you how to make your deals clean so that you don't run into problems later. I hope you guys get to it.
Well, thanks, everyone. Thanks for sticking around here. I know it's a little long today. We'll start thinking about running out already. But I appreciate you being here. Make the time to work this as much as we can. So a couple things here. We'll talk about clean deals, right? So clean deals, not just mean having all your paperwork together at the time of the delivery, right? It's also about compliant deals, right? And then also getting paid back, right? Because there's a lot of fun to sell cars. It's even more fun to get paid for those cars. Right, so that all leads into the win-win-win. We'll talk about who's going to win there. For today, what we are going to do in this session, and we will not run you right up to 3:30, so don't worry, you'll have a little bit of time to get into all of it and all your prizes here. But we are going to kind of focus on helping you learn a little bit about those clean deals. We'll probably learn a little bit from you as well. All right, we're going to share some information that we have. Now, obviously, we're one company. I don't have all the data from all the lenders out there, but we'll share with you what we know, and you're going to be able to take that back to your stores so you can grow your business. I think one thing that's important here, again, as we talk about this, at Credit Acceptance, we're one lender in the state. There's going to be other policies and other lenders that are going to handle your business a little bit differently. We're going to try to do everything we can to make sure that this is not a Credit Acceptance infomercial, but we want to share with you what we do know about the business and how you can help you keep your deals clean and pay faster. So the purpose for today is real simple, right? We want to help you get your deals funded quickly and compliantly. Again, the compliant aspect of that being every bit as important. Okay? I think the last part on here, which is supremely important, that sometimes gets missed, is that in that funding process is a better experience for your consumer. Right? As you guys look, right, it is an extremely competitive business out there. Repeat and referral business is just mission critical to what it is that you do, and delivering a positive customer experience is at the forefront of that. And I'm not going to talk too much more about that because we got some of that coming up later on here as well. Quick introductions on our side.
Brian Schutte, Director of Sales for Ohio North, been Credit Acceptance since 2009. Credit Acceptance Finance Director at Luxury Ford / Shoe Star Factory in town. Jason Miller. I've been in car business for, since I'm 20 years old, 47 now, so 27 years. Been with this company almost 8 years. Was with Alan Knott Honda Toyota in Lima, Ohio, Dual Point Honda Toyota store, which is now White's Honda Toyota. I was the finance director when I left. It's all my friends 50 cars a month. So glad to be with Credit Acceptance.
Yeah, I've had Credit Acceptance about 24 years now. Did at least compared to these guys, a little shorter stint in retail business out of the Chevy store, and you start going down in Oh, okay.
Say hello.
Hi, everyone.
A little bit more than that.
Adam Purdy, I've been with Credit Acceptance 4 years. Working the booth at table 41. Come see us after this. We got a $500 Amazon gift card. Come sign up for your card and fishbowl. Drawing at 3:30.
Anybody here from the, what do we call your market now, Zanesville?
Zanesville.
Zanesville, the Akron area? He's your man.
Good representation here. I also want to let you know we got a few folks back at our corporate office. You can tell our corporate guys we work with on. So we got our from the legal side, we got our attorney there, Trevor Slosky, who contributed a bunch to this presentation today, and also Gio, who directs our dealer service center. If you do any business with Credit Acceptance, you know about the dealer service center. And a great job today. They go up there and they all report up to Gio, who was an absolute wealth of knowledge at the funding aspect of our business. So why are we here today, right? Part of it might be, well, why am I listening to this finance company kind of tell me about my business? We are 55 years in the automotive finance business. We are the 5th largest used car lender in America. This year we're going to target, we should fund right at 400,000 loans this year, fund is clean deals, which means those fundings occur in less than a day and a half. All right, so that's a lot of loans to fund as clean deals there. So I think we know a little bit about that. We meet with about 2,200 dealers a day across the country, which is about 500,000 meetings annually. So we learn a lot from dealers, right? And ultimately, what this is all about here today is that focus on dealer obsession is greater biddable. We know the stronger you are as independent dealers, the more business that's in it for us, right? So we really want to help all dealers be stronger. The vast majority of our business still comes from small to medium-sized independent car dealers across the country. So it's really important to us that you're healthy, that your business is financially stable, and that you're going and growing. All right. So here's an interesting thing that we wanted to share. We're not going to fill you with data. We're not going to fill you with slides. I promise. But this is something that Brian and I were digging up the other day. Found really interesting. So we're looking at all the lenders in Ohio, just independent dealers. Okay. And year to date 2024. Okay. Who wants to take a stab at who's the largest used car lenders for independent dealers in Ohio?
Very good track.
I heard a CA right there. That's probably a pretty good guess, right? We're on there as well. Cat one, right? What who? Carvana. Good guess as well. Right? You guys are knocking some out here. Ally. I think we're on there a little bit. All right. So let's take a look. It's kind of interesting, right? This is year to date. All right. So you see up there, credit acceptance is number one. So thank you all as our dealers, but honestly number one by quite a bit. So far this year that's been building for quite a while. Heard Ally, right? We heard that. We heard Capital One in there, for sure. But kind of interesting is you look up and down at these other big players in that space. And Brian, what was something that you observed as we went through this?
That most independent car dealers do not have access to over half this list. So what I mean by that is, Dan, you have Ally, right?
I have Ally, Capital One card.
What do you have to do to get Ally?
I had to sacrifice a child.
How long do you have to be in business to get them as a lender, or Capital either one?
Honestly, it was I think minimum was 5 years, but it's your inventory has to equal a certain criteria. You have 2 years have to turn above financial.
Yeah, that's a lot. Gotta be paid.
Yeah.
There's the same deal with Santander, that's a lot of that list. There are a lot of different things that go into the independent dealer space for most lenders, and they make it very difficult for the average independent dealer to get access to their capital. It'd be great if we could all do it, but they make it very difficult.
Yeah. And the other thing that we found in here is very interesting is what 3 of them are direct competitors to what you do, right? So not only do we not have access to them.
So we saw CarMax here. They have 2 stores here in Columbus. Out here in Columbus, we sell about 500 cars a month in Q2. What is it? CarMax stores? Yeah, one of those in Easton. So we sell 500 cars a month, competing against you, and you don't have access to anything they have access to. Same deal with Ridgecrest. You may not know what Ridgecrest is by the finance company name, but that's DriveTime. I think we sell 2 stores here in Columbus from DriveTime, right? I think they're recon center here too.
Yeah. And the other one was interesting, at the back of it, it surprised me, is number 2, which is Carvana. Unbelievable, right? Big chunk of business here in Ohio here today. I figured they'd be on the list somewhere. I didn't realize that they would have gotten into the business here.
When you take those 3 by themselves, they've done more car deals than we have.
Yeah, 3 on that week that most of the dealers here don't have access to. Certainly, Park, right, half probably, and then Westlake are probably the other ones that most of us have access to here in the state. Some pretty interesting information in there in terms of where these loans get funded in the state of Ohio. Obviously, a great job by Ryan and Jason and their teams up there getting that done for dealers across the state. Right? So, it's good information there. So today, what we want the win-win-win, right? In this scenario, the win-win-win are going to be the dealers, obviously, with good, clean deals that fund fast and are compliant. You're going to win. Okay? The consumer is going to win. We're going to talk about how for that. And then certainly the lender's going to win too, right? Clean deals and better deals, more collectible deals, etc. Like that. I used to call it the 3-legged bar stool, right? In order to stand up, all 3 have to be there. And truly all 3 have to win. And I'm sure the dealers are thinking about that, but we'll share some of those examples. Our target is to get right in the middle there, get right in the red spot where all 3 of those entities can win in these deals. Okay, so Brian, you want to talk to us a little bit about how dealers win?
When you think about what's in it for a dealership to win, what does it mean to you out to win on target?
Secure a good customer that I know is going to pay the loan and help, liability issue with the lender, and also make money as well.
Let's be honest, the first part is your favorite part.
Yeah.
Right? You want to sell it or make money, that's number one, you gotta keep the lights on, right? The other parts are ancillary parts of your win, to make a lot of sense, to be a healthy business, but it makes sense. You start thinking about faster money, who here has a floor plan? Most people have a floor plan, whether it's through a revolving line, or you have a floor plan through like the next year, or what's it, actual money, accelerated funding that they have out there. So, you need that, do they want their money quick to sell a car? How quick do they want, man?
Yes, sir.
Right. If you were talking to that customer about the front of the lot, they want to know why you put the check in, right? So, a win would get your money back. Oh, improving customer experience. Patrick talked to us earlier. Who pays attention to their reviews? Everybody, right? So, anybody ever had a deal that went bad for whatever reason, maybe the auction didn't issue the title, because the previous seller did the auction title, that your customer querying you about 35, 40 days later, because you don't have a title. What's that look like on your Google reviews? Or maybe you got a deal hanging out in funding that you need to fund very quick. Customer querying out. What's that look like when you're experiencing customers? Do you think that makes them more or less likely to buy a car? Right? The next time, they're not thinking about you. Enhanced dealer rating. Now, we have a decent amount of credit acceptance dealers in this room, so you guys have to assume a fairly familiar dealer rating. So, what a dealer rating typically is, on portfolio rating. Every lender you deal with, whether it's credit acceptance, Westlake, whoever, they measure your portfolio versus how they expect it to stay versus how it's actually paying. Whether they share that information with you is a whole other topic, but they do measure. Do you think that they want deals that underperform or overperform, Dan? So what would happen then? They want deals that overperform, right? So what would happen if your relationship outlier? All of a sudden, every time they send you $12,000, they would collect back $10,000. Yeah. They're going to get to the threshold where it's like, no thanks, we're good, right? If you have less lenders, Dan, what else do you have less of? Opportunities. Right? Less opportunities to make profit. Now, here's the great thing about lenders in the business. Clearly, I'm pretty something I believe we're one of the best ones for the independent dealer and franchise stores in the state of Ohio. But we can't buy all the deals. There are deals that just don't belong with us. For whatever reason. We don't like the customer, we don't like the car, we don't like the structure, whatever. You need another option for that. But we've all got to be healthy together, otherwise you guys lose opportunities. You lose opportunity to make money, you lose opportunity to collect on that customer, so they go somewhere else if you don't have the right lending options, and you don't have a good process. Proper compliance. Anybody got an AG letter? Yeah, it was a lot of fun, aren't they?
Well,
Even when you're right, it's still a lot of fun.
takes about 2 days of your time to go back and forth.
Ever had to hire a lawyer?
Yes.
Was that cheap?
That's right.
I didn't think so. So, when you talk about forklift, who likes paying forklift or deal? I see a lack of hands. So, I'm assuming you all like to keep your money. So, this is another thing. When you dealers win on a clean deal, you get your money quick, then you get to pay off your forklift, your customer gets the win, they get their title quick. Everybody has a better experience. It matters a lot.
So, we talk about the win-win, right? I think the obvious part in my mind is the dealer win and the lender win, right? But I think the most important part personally is how the consumer win, right? So, what do you think some of the reasons, or how do you think a clean deal, or, one that's funded quickly, something like that, how do you think that can impact the customer? Right? So, I'll just start with the first one, right? So, improved customer experience. I'm actually going to put the first two things up here. How do you think it improves the customer experience to come into, just call it an independent dealership? Obviously, we're all independent dealerships. How does that process, or how does that consumer win in your dealership? Yeah, a lot of different things, right? For that stuff, everything's on time. I'm thinking more about the actual overall experience, right?
I was gonna say they're gonna be happier, they're gonna be in and out, or for their friends out, they're there for 3 hours, or take off, their kids are crying, everything's better with money. So, we don't try to get such that, I'm sure many people do, but anyways, everything's better with that.
Yeah, in my background, as I told you earlier, I've franchised years for almost 20 years. And this is what I love dealing with independents these days, right? I think you have a huge advantage over the franchise stores. And what I mean by that is the time spent, right? by doing that, by getting all this stuff up front, by simplifying the process, it comes back to what Patrick talked about earlier, repeat referral business, right? So they want to come into places like yourself, they want to save time, they want to have a good experience. And that all goes into that hassle-free, all that stuff, right? Less time at the dealership, like we talked about. You hear it all the time now. We're all busy. We all got 8 million places to go dance at. The kids are crying. They got to go to soccer. They got to do this. Coming into your store, right? It's just a huge opportunity for you guys to be able to get them in and out. The other thing, whether it's subprime customers, whether it's prime customers, they have a better chance of making on-time payments, right? So when you get that deal funded quickly, you're not chasing things. You're not coming after that stuff, right? Now the lender, we're not behind. We do it a little differently than that. We ship the stuff out without being done. But some of the lenders, payment coupons, all of those things, that can all run behind. So again, my biggest thing that I think of here is looking at the consumer. You guys have an opportunity to make that entire experience better for the customer. And they receive the title screen, right? Goes into the better opportunity for on-time payments. If you get everything done quickly, then all of that stuff gets back.
A real life example now, last week I was down in Birmingham, Alabama, and there was a woman in one of the sessions that I was with from the dealership. She left our session, went back to the dealership, got a customer there at 4:30 p.m., used our remote e-contract signing, and literally had a customer there, test drove the car, delivered the vehicle, lady was out the door in 32 minutes, so this one woman knew the exact amount of time. She was out the door in 32 minutes. By the time she got home, now at her house, and enough money was in her bank. So she was just telling me that the buying experience from that individual, they said the last time they bought a car was at the franchise store, so she was there 5 hours. So you're one of the advantages that we have with independent dealers, keep that clean, keep it fast, and in today's world now, to be able to do a deal, particularly a subprime deal, and have someone drive in 32 minutes, it's remarkable. So great experience with us. So from the lender side, obviously we're going to win. Here's the thing that's interesting, like we want to pay you faster. I suspect most lenders probably do. Sometimes I hear from dealers that might not be the case, but it gets the deals off of our desk, right? We get to move on to the next. We actually at Credit Acceptance are the folks who pay our deals. There's still a bonus, if you will, on how quickly they can pay dealers. So there's an incentive for us to do that. And think about it, if we can do that, we have to employ less people, right? Cleaner deals that we have, we're not chasing stuff at the dealers. We have less headcount. Better for the lender there as well. Risk mitigation, cleaner deals, we can start collecting on those deals right away. Helps us with the tie back to the dealer rating that Brian talked about. Cleaner deals are just better deals for the lenders. Obviously, when we do that too, it does allow us, and Brian referenced it, every lender has some sort of mechanism to measure how their business is performing at your store. It goes without saying that, the better your loans perform, the more money they're going to want to give you over time, because they're going to want more good business out of your store, as opposed to, the clunky business that they're going to get from somebody else's, right? And we hit on this thing again, obviously, that's the way of the world today, you guys know, right? Not crossing T's, making sure that everything is valuable for the consumer. If those deals are compliant, all of us win on that, we can collect and keep the regulators, as they say, the alphabet soup out of Washington, D.C., we keep them off of our tails as well. So great stuff there. Brian, tell us a little bit about how we can keep those deals clean.
So it is easy to sit here and say, check and deal, but what is it we do? Probably take a look at that, make sure we're all on the same page. So, upfront steps, so stipulations, most customers in a subprime and independent dealership need to have proof of income at the very minimum. Now, what does that mean? We're like over 50% of our deals, we no longer require QR.
Yeah, 54.
Yeah, 54% of our deals, we no longer require proof of residence. I know a lot of other of our competitors are very similar, because we have a lot of ways to verify things behind the scenes without making you have to go to the customer and get that information. But proof of income is one that we're just sticking around. I think most of us are probably, especially in today's current environment, pretty stiff on it. So, upfront steps. Now, Alan, you worked at 2 different lenders I think of, right? Very similar conversation? Okay. All right. Pre-approved steps. Not everybody offers this. Some companies do. We are one of those companies. Get the information from your customers. Send it over prior to delivering the car. Dan, you've been in business a really long time. You start off with buy your pay, right? So, was it easier or harder to get the SIP from after they were driving the car?
It's almost even with people with good credit, it's still difficult. So, I mean, but when you compound that with, check credit challenge person, it's significantly harder.
It's kind of like the old saying, possession is 9/10 of the law. They think the other 10 doesn't matter sometimes. We know we can fix it, but it costs a lot to do it. Original doc, this is probably one that I see the most these days. You have someone come in, they've got this pronounced, they kind of look legitimate, you're like, oh, I should fit. I think we're good. If someone says, oh, I'll get that to you later, I just had print this out for you, no, it's on their phone. There is almost no way that if they tell you they have a bank account, or they work for any type of medium to large employer, that they do not have this information available to them at any point in time in their phone. If they're telling you, they're selling you on how to do a bad part.
Off the app,
Oh.
like a summary of what they're getting paid.
Absolutely.
That aren't actually the PDF.
Yeah, or like, they just need to be attached. We'll take those things, but I gotta have the actual person, like, you can't, this is the actual one that we got, not that long ago. It said on it, Big Rudy Jr. That is not your given legal name. I don't know who that goes to. What is that? Big Rudy Jr. There's still. Tony Logan shared that. One of our buddies who watched that. So make sure it lines up with the name that's on the paperwork of your deal. Down payments. That may be, but I'm gonna need the last thing. The credit app doesn't have like another one. So down payments. This is probably one we should explore a little bit on too. Your previous experience, I've said companies, but your previous experience, if you ever have a dealer overstate the down payment. And what I mean by that is, even they never had the intention of paying up the payment, right? So you put on the buyer's order in the contract, they put $2,000 down, but the customer actually wants to put $500 down. Why is that bad?
Because it changes the risk of the deal.
So there's a couple reasons for it. Number one, to his point, change the risk. If we're advancing you, i.e. measuring your portfolio based off the down payment you told us you collect. So we told you earlier that if you outperform your portfolio, meaning your gains better than we expect, we can give you more money. We want to encourage you to do better and get more gains. That makes sense so far? So if you tell me the customer puts $2,000 down, they actually want to put $1,000 down, we're already starting off with a $1,000 difference. They're going to pay like they put $1,000 down, which means they're going to underperform our expectations, which means you're actually just screwing your dealer base. It's making it harder for you to hit the expectation, which means you're likely going to advance less money from whatever lender you're using over time. Doesn't sound like such a great idea anymore, does it? Now, Dan, I think I'm going to watch it really real well, but if you were to put $2,000 in that buyer's order, something goes wrong with this car dealer, and you got to bring it back, how much do you have? You really only need $1,000. How much do you have to do it back for your down payment? Wow. Because the buyer's order says $2,000, you sign it. That's fine. Now, does it always happen that way? No. I'm sure you can bully a customer here and there if you get through that conversation, but there's going to be the one that can't either. And there's a few attorneys around in the state of Ohio that's going to get over you eventually. Finance. Same with trade-ins. So, I'm glad you said that. I was missing not going over that. A down payment is a trade-in. Now, we can argue over what a 2010 Ford Estate is worth with 150,000 miles. But we're all going to be within $1,000, maybe $1,500 if it's a decent car, right? But if you're trying to tell me it's worth $4,000 more because you're trying to trick someone's world, you're just tricking yourself. And if you have to unwind the deal, how much do you have to write it back? The big number, even though you were actually valuing it at a lower number. So those are some things you need to watch out for as well. Titles. You kind of touched on this earlier. You all have floor plan companies holding your titles. So we got to get that money really quickly so they get it to you. How many times have you run into an auction that didn't get you your title very quickly? Didn't get into the floor plan. You already retailed that car. Now, if you didn't have clean stips, if you get paid for the 28th day, what position does that put you in now with the customer? What's it do to your Google reviews? It makes everything harder. Now, there's also some odd bankruptcy laws, so if you don't get that title done within 30 days, it can be real bad problems for everybody. I'm not here to give legal advice, but it's something you have to deal with. Lender relationships. We have a large team in Ohio. I think we have 22, 23 years, something more actually right now. So we have a big team in Ohio. There is no store we can't get to within about an hour right now. I've never told you. Everybody doesn't have that big of a team. But everybody's got lender reps that come in generally to sign everything to work with. use their knowledge of business. Most of them have a retail background. For example, I talked about how Alec earlier worked for a vendor. Alec, what's your family do? What are you trying to do right now? Right. Flu's motor, his dad hired me to car business 24 years ago. At Rager. So, a lot of depth. So when he comes into your store, as a lender, he can help you clean up these processes. We go through a lot of training through our company, and so do the other ones, about what best practices are. We meet with dealers like you guys constantly about best practices, what we see in the market. Don't keep them out the door. Bring them in. You want to maximize your use of any program that you're currently using. You need to know what steps that they require for what deals. Because don't bring me Westlake steps to give you a credit acceptance line. It ain't gonna work. Right? We buy differently, we have different expectations, there's things that are different about each program. We publish ours in our portal. Just a second, I'll be right with you back. We publish ours in our portal. You can click on it, it tells you exactly what you need to get paid. And that is the same thing that the funder is looking at. So there is no mystery. It's just kind of math.
I just want to let you know, I let you guys proof out steps for other banks. And I know you don't want to hear that. You guys do it better than nobody else, and that's why I do. So,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
You see a surcharge on your next bill. Thanks for sharing with us.
As long as we get our share.
Yeah, Jason, what could happen if the deals aren't clean or compliant?
You know, obviously, we talked about earlier, we do 400,000 loans, right? 220,000 of those loans are going to clean, they're going to clean file. But we have all this massive data, we've been around for 55 years, we have this massive data, right? And we can talk about why deals come back and the reasons why deals come back, right? What do you think the number one reason a deal comes back? Payment, income? Okay? Well, reasons why they come back, obviously, right? The number one reason, buyer's remorse, right? So all that stuff you guys talk about, whether it's income, whether it's this, whether it's that, right? It's length of time. That's what we see in that data, right? The length of time that it took to get that deal to fund. We call it reassignment. All lenders, all banks, a lot of things, whether buyback, whatever the deal is, right? But buyer's remorse. The reason for that is the quicker you can get it funded, right? The quicker that car stays on the street. So that's the first reason. That's not us reassigning it. That is not because there is a lot of dealers that do business with us. That's not because they call the complaint department, right, or something wrong along with other different things. That is dealer initiated, which means something happened. Now they're taking that car deal back, right? So number one important reason why you should get that deal funded as quickly as possible. Second one, submission error, right? Entered something wrong. There's a couple of them that kind of go hand in hand. Mechanical issues. You guys hear, what we talk about, whether the acronym error or whatever, you're going to see that in a minute from us, right? You got to put good, clean cars on the street, right? Stuff happens. I've been in the car business for a long time. I can still remember the old, I didn't bring it in with the block or whatever. I was super excited, new sale, and sold that thing. Didn't make it a half mile down the road. Hit gas and blew up, right? So stuff happens. We don't know it, right? But mechanical issues. Can't get sticks. We talked about earlier, right? They're owners. In my store, you get somebody approved for our citizens, right? They have all these, they're good. So they're not going to be as eager to come back to your dealership and give you the sticks. Almost impossible. That's fraud, right? We are the greatest collection company on the planet. We can, if this isn't 25 years ago, right, running it through the copier 6 times because it was white out on it, or you move some things around, so George, right? You can't do that stuff, right? People, with the way that AI is, and with the way the internet is, with all these different programs, paystubs.com, right? I was with one the other day. I won't even tell you where it was, but I love the guy, but the story that the customer was telling us. We had all these pay stubs, right? We had all these bank statements. Only 2 of the deposits matched, right? And then he pulls up the letter and he begins to read the letter. Yes, so and so works here. All these other different things, right? They've been on leave since 93. Well, I'm looking at a pay stub from later than that, right? You guys are the number one line of defense, right? When you're looking at this stuff. If
it doesn't make sense, don't step over dollars to pick up dimes. That's where it's at, right? Title lien issues, we talk about all the time, being in a good financial position, whether you're using floor plans or you're doing it yourself. Make sure that you're getting those titles as quickly as possible. This is a slowly one. I bought cars for years, right? And look at auctions and all those different things. Sometimes it takes a minute to get the stuff. Good thing like with us, the intended time, right? 30 days plus state average in the state of Ohio, right? You have time to do that, but you still have to get those things as quickly as possible. And then the bounce down payment, obviously that's within your right. You need to get that stuff back. You need to do that. You need to find out. Cash is king when you're dealing with some of these things, but you need to make sure that the down payment is correct. So, payment exceeds DTI, ETI. We're a payment to income company, right? But you send that income in. I had a horror story of a deal where bank ordinance, when I was the finance director, bank ordinance was a $50,000 pilot, sent in pay stub, military guy, did all these different things. That's back when I had to package it up. I had to send it out to Texas, because they were going to Texas, right? We send it out there, and then all of a sudden it comes in, and the funder didn't like it, right? So they were over on net income. Well, the buyer said, yeah, everything looks good, send it out to us. Now I'm with a $50,000 vehicle bill in the rest of 2 weeks, right? Easiest thing with us, payment income, 25% of income. That's the payment they can have. So those are the biggest reasons why deals end up back or they end up getting reassigned. So just some food for thought there. Get those things funded as quickly as possible. That's why I like the process that we use, and the stuff funds within 1.2 days.
Yeah, it's interesting. We're putting this presentation together. We learned a little bit too. I'll go back to this one. I missed their spoiler alert, right? But when you submit clean deals, right, that's looking at our data, at least anyway. A clean deal was your credit acceptance. We flag the deal as clean. That means it goes from review to funding, right? It never gets put on hold at all. That's how we define a clean deal. They fund 130% faster than a deal that goes on hold. Okay, so if your average funding, let's say with lender ABC, whoever that might be, is 5 days, it goes to something significantly north of that if the deal has to be put on hold. This was one that blew me away. I will share this because I was going through this with Gio up there, and I was surprised. So our average days to fund on a clean deal, right? Marked as a clean deal. All the business that we do is 220,000 loans, 1.12 days. That's our average days to fund on a clean deal. That's even getting faster because but the thing that blew me away, the deals that credit some of the ones that aren't clean, the ones that aren't flagged as clean, they go on hold for at least one thing. This one blew me away. I thought it would be 5, 6, 7, 8 days. 2.59 days. Those are our slow deals to get funded, right? So if you're doing business with CA and it's taking longer than that, it's probably an issue. If you're doing business with other lenders, there's probably some ways that you can work with them to get your money back. Like I said, selling cars is great. Getting paid for them is even better, right? All those already all good. So the other part next to not just a clean deal is a compliant deal. We'll spend just a couple minutes talking about that. There's two definitions. It's got to be a collectible deal. Let's look at accurate information, no application beautification, right? You're not putting lipstick on it. It is what it is. You got to tell us who that customer is to make sure that we can score it properly, fund you properly, and continue to do additional great business. We're setting the customer up for success too, obviously, right? If you're telling us that the customer works for 5 years and it's only been a year and a half, telling us they make $2,500 a month, it's only $2,200 a month, that is not setting your customer up for success. And not with credit acceptance necessarily, but certainly with other lenders, those deals can get kicked. They can end up back on your desk if you didn't take the time to go through and vet out and make sure that the information on the credit app is correct. The other is the enforceability of the contract. Certainly for a lender like us, and I'm sure some of the other big lenders that you saw up on the slide up there, the enforceability of that contract is extremely important. Once you sell that car and assign it to credit acceptance, you can't enforce the retail installment contract. Clearly, we're at risk there, right? Something that's been very popular, you might have even heard about it over the course of the day. We got a invoice from the big dealer groups across across the nation that got hit by the FTC for the, advertising claims that they deemed to not be accurate, right? And then the other one out there, hot button, as you all know, the ancillary products, same kind of thing, you gotta make sure that there's value in those products for your customers, make sure they're priced to the market, and value for the end consumer, right? Gotta watch those, and what we talked about fraud here a little bit already, this is big, so on your side, this is one of the things that dealers don't necessarily love, but fraud at the transactional level, right, is the dealer's responsibility, not the lender's responsibility. Fortunately with us, I know we catch a lot of that through our, pre-approval process. We probably catch one that we should, quite honestly, just as Dan said back there, a lot of all of our pre-approved deals that we get through, I think we end up funding somewhere around 80% of them. So there's a good percentage of them that we do pre-approve that don't end up being, the deals, and now I kind of know why. Right, but, this is important on your side, right? We gotta look at those docs that are falsified. We already talked about the income, the pay stubs, and where those can come from. And Brian already hit on the piece about falsifying down payment. That is all information that you can control at the time of funding. The other side of this, so it's gotten a little easier over time. Red flag rules on the consumer side, and of course, OFAC, which I think all the credit bureaus kind of help us grow for all of that. So easy line of defense for you as deals as that. All right, but collectible and enforceable, those are the two things that we're concerned about on our side. Lastly, this is just common sense stuff. I want to share. We share this when we do our dealer meetings across the country. We've got an acronym. At the end of the day, right? Clean deals, compliant deals, just good deals for the consumer. The more of those that we do, you have to be intentional about your business, thinking about the cars that you put on the road, thinking about the down payments that you get, thinking about the processes that you set up for your consumers. The loan obviously has to be a collectible loan, making sure that we get the right customer and the right payment. It's got to be that affordability, whatever. You guys know what your customers can afford, even better than the lenders do. So make sure that you're doing that budgeting exercise with them. Talk about the vehicles. Again, these are kind of the obvious statements, making sure we're putting a good, reliable vehicle on the road. So important there. Cars are going to break. I don't care how good you're telling them, how good everything goes on your store, they're going to break at some point in time. What we got to do is do the best that we can there. Take care of the customer after the sale. I'm sure that the next grand, how long ago was that grand we sold in the business there? I'm sure that the dealers will put far back to take care of the customer on that one there, right? So I care if you're real intentional about the loans you put on the road, because it's your reputation, and it's also your rating of your lender. That all pretty basic stuff there. We want to add one thing. Any questions on anything that we rolled through there today? Any concerns? Anything that you don't think you can handle at the store level? Okay. Hopefully it's a little bit helpful there. Clean deals, get paid fast, keep it compliant. Have a great time. We'll get you out of here a little bit. Oh, Dan's got one.
No, I just want to let everybody know that the track 25-2 after the house plan.
You mean the Guardians?
I was still on track.
The Indians, baby, the Indians.